When you hear it for the first time, it sounds like big news. High Court ruling, they have ruled yesterday that the Rwanda policy is lawful. However, when you look at the detail, it doesn't mean that any time soon any asylum seekers are going to be going to Rwanda, because at the same time they said the 8 cases that were discussed or brought to court, every single one of them has to go back and reconsidered. And actually now that means someone's worked out, and someone will debate this, it could cost £1 million per person, per ticket, to send people back. That's how extortionate this could be. Well, even if we do manage to get anybody on it.
The whole point about it, Adil, is to be as a deterrent. It's to, if they start getting flights to Rwanda, the thought is, and I hope they're right, it will stop these wretched, terrible, tragic sometimes boats crossing the channel, because people think, oh my God, I could end up in Rwanda.
What I don't understand is if we see tragedy, why don't we put safe routes in place? Well, you know, she has said that we'll deal with the boat crisis, then put safe routes in place. But if you see people are dying on the water,
well, that's their choice.
Why aren't you?
Because it's their choice.
Well, it's their choice to die.
It's their choice to cross the channel.
It's their choice to drown.
I don't think they've decided they want to die.
It's their choice to cross the channel.
Yes, but they are.
Yes, that's right. It's their choice to cross the channel, and they're crossing it illegally.
Yes,
they're crossing it illegally.
We have given them no other choice.
That's right.
We have given them no.
Yeah, because we don't have room for 46,000 people coming across to Britain every year.
We had room for 150,000 Ukrainians who we gave visas to.
Very special circumstances.
Why is that more special than a war that we were in Afghanistan and Syria?
Because people are coming here. The majority of people coming across the channel, hang on, Kevin, are coming from Albania. No war. Did you not notice that, Adil? There's been a war in Ukraine, which is ongoing.
Albania,
it is the most serious military conflict in Europe since the Second World War. So that's why we support Ukraine. There's no war in Albania, and there's no war in France where these people are coming from.
Albanians on the crossings were the single largest group, but there were a minority of them overall. But of course, in one way, the government wants us to focus on the Channel crossings, which are about 45,000 people, and not look at the 500,000 net rise in migration, which did include people from China, from Afghanistan, and Ukrainians. Yeah, that's China. Hong Kong's part of China.
It's a failure at the moment as you look at it, isn't it? And when you look at the cost-effectiveness as trying to put in
it's rubbish.
Rwanda, where they've spent millions on it already, is it ever going to get off the ground? They're going to be spending millions more.
It's costing
millions. Is this the right use of money?
It's costing millions more to keep them in hotels.
It's a PR.
We need to get their applications processed and get them out.
Rwanda is a PR scam. 140 million quid to excite some knuckle scrapers. That's what it's all about.
Do we actually think anyone will ever be sent to Rwanda?
It's sooner the better.
Touch and go this side of the general election. Suella Braverman, the Home Secretary, who dreams of sending people, will just move heaven and earth
and we don't care that not so long ago migrants were shot dead in the streets of Rwanda, asylum seekers, refugees, because they were complaining about the food they were being given. And even now, some refugees. Do we not care about that?
Well, I care about what if you look at it, it's one of the safer countries of the world.
Well, a lot of charities will argue with that.
A
lot of charities will argue
there's a whole
with that.
professional industry around the migrant crisis, Adil, actually. And actually, Rwanda is a safe place, which is why the British High Court has said they can go, but they can go there.
There's a professional industry around hating migrants and refugees.
If they thought it was a place where they're going to be shot dead, they'd say it's illegal.
But Adil, your point is perfectly valid and legitimate. That if there were safe and legal routes in, many of those people would not be on those boats.
The sooner we get the Rwanda scheme up and running, the better.
Suella Braverman is creating business for the people smugglers. I still
don't understand why the Ukrainians were given visas. They were given visas. They didn't have to apply for asylum. They were simply given visas.
Did you not notice? Have you not noticed the war, Adil? Have you not noticed
the war in Afghanistan and Syria that's been taking place for the last 10, 15 years?
Well, there's no war in Afghanistan.
Well,
there's no war in Iraq. There is no war in Afghanistan or Iraq, and you are completely ignoring what's happening in Albania, and you're also ignoring the fact France is a safe country.
We promised the people of Afghanistan. We promised
because we're a soft touch.
We're not a soft touch.
We are a soft touch.
On that note, we'll wait to see the result of the appeals concerning Rwanda, but we do have plenty more to get to.